This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Good evening. Welcome to the Jamie Glazov Moment. Tonight, Iranian woman's 20-year sentence for protesting hijab. Ladies and gentlemen, the vicious and barbaric persecution of Iranians continues in Iran, and especially of Iranian women and girls. What we're seeing now, for instance, just recently, Shaparak Shajarizadeh received a 20-year sentence for protesting hijab. Now, she got 2 years in prison and 18 years probation, where she's not allowed to make political statements against the Islamic regime or to protest hijab, etc. But this is very symbolic of what's going on in Iran and what they're doing to Iranian women and girls. And Shaparak is the woman that was leading the No Hijab movement, the recent No Hijab movement. She's also an activist with hashtag White Wednesdays. She's also part of the hashtag Girls of Revolution Street. All of these movements that Shaparak was involved in and is involved with, fighting against mandatory hijab and other freedoms and freedoms for women. And so this is what happened to her, a 20-year sentence. Great news just recently. We found out that she was able to escape Iran, so we are very happy that she's safe and sound. But she represents thousands, tens of thousands, millions of women in Iran and around the world suffering under Islamic law. Who else does she symbolize? And what else does she symbolize? Who else does she represent? Who just got a 2-year sentence in prison? A 17-year-old girl, Maideh Khojabri, 17-year-old girl, was dancing and put a video on Instagram. She's dancing in her apartment without a hijab.
چیکار میکنی اینجوری که دیوونه میشم بیا دلبری تو یکم کمترش کن دلم عاشق بیشتر از این نظر عاشقت شم داره میره قلبم بیا باورش کن حدی داره دل بردن واسه تو مردن.
She's just recently been arrested in Iran, sentenced to 2 years in prison and 80 lashes for promoting prostitution. And this is heartbreaking and horrifying, because you see, what Islamic law does is, if you're not wearing hijab, then you are a prostitute, a whore, etc., etc. This is all rooted in Islamic theology. It's rooted in Surahs 24:31 and 33:59. It's rooted in why Umar bin Khattab, the second caliph, begged Muhammad, really pled with him to put hijab on certain women, because he wanted to do certain things to women who weren't in hijab. This is the foundation of what's happening in terms of hijab in the Islamic world. And we can only imagine what this poor 17-year-old girl is going to be facing going to prison, and our hearts are with her. But whose hearts are not with her and not with the Iranian people? At this very moment, in terms of what's happening to Iranians and to Iranian women and girls, where is Linda Sarsour, who postures as this woman's rights advocate? Where is Oprah? Where is Kathy Griffin? Where's Sarah Silverman? Where's Chelsea Handler, Madonna, Whoopi Goldberg, Rosie O'Donnell, Joey Behar, Amy Schumer, Ashley Judd? We know where they are, and we know what their real disposition is. They have so much influence, and they pretend that they're for women's rights, but they won't stand up for these Iranian girls that so many of them are going to prison and are going to be raped and maimed and mutilated and brutalized. And the American left, our establishment media, the leftist feminists don't say a word. And I've explained why in my book, United in Hate, because they don't really care about women. These leftist feminists don't care about women. If they did, they would be standing up for these women and girls in Iran and all around the world that are suffering under Islamic law. They are on the side of the persecutors and on the perpetrators and on the jailers. But ladies and gentlemen, there are people that are not on their side. And many of you are not. And we all need to get involved right now. Because when the establishment media and the left and the leftist feminists are silent and enabling these persecutors of these Iranian girls, these Iranian women, we have an extra reason to be louder than ever, because we have to stand up for these girls and these suffering people. Now, the producer of this show, Annie Cyrus, is doing a lot. She's from Iran. She's a former child bride. She knows what's going on there. And she has not left her people behind, and she has not forgotten the women and the girls that are still there suffering. So Annie is doing a lot. Please get involved, and the way you can help is to get in touch with Annie and support Annie, because Annie's keeping everybody updated on what's going on there. Please follow Annie Cyrus on Twitter, on Facebook. Go to her website, liveuptofreedom.com, and get involved and support Annie, because by supporting Annie, we get ourselves out there in terms of supporting these poor Iranian girls that are suffering so much in their desire for freedom, not to wear the hijab, and to be independent, autonomous, and free human beings. Let's be on their side instead of being like the leftist feminists and enabling their persecutors. We'll see you on the next Jamie Glazov Moment. Good night.